Hey everybody. Hey, how you guys doing? I always start these and I never know really what I'm talking about. So I'm sure like 90% of people clicked here left. But for those of you who haven't yet, hi. They call me Pi. I make games, make card games, video games. I make all kinds of stuff. And what you're seeing on screen now, it's our first project. It's called Your Class Rep. That's right. Your Class Rep. To Today I intended on, I mentioned this yesterday, running to the store, printing out some copies of the game, and kind of physically showing you guys what the cards look like. Unfortunately, things didn't really work out that way. So instead, I want to talk a little bit about something I struggle with, a lot, and that is accepting help. This is a very big challenge for me, and I suspect it's a challenge for a lot of you guys too. So awkward pause there. Yeah, it's always a little uncomfortable coming out of your shell on the internet. Well, it is for me at least. Oh yeah, I really struggle with accepting help. I've been fortunate enough that through making these videos and joining other communities, I've found people who genuinely enjoy the project and want to help see it grow. And I think a big part of me instantly feels like I'm taking advantage of people if I accept help. I think it's multifaceted, right? So it's not just one thing. Part of it is, I'm sure probably the largest part is, this is my project, it's my baby. And I don't want other people to kind of dip their fingers in and make changes and adjustments where I don't want them to. I'm sure that's a big part of it. But the other part is the guilt of having someone work on a project for me, not compensating them financially or anything. Maybe a future promise of a maybe. I think that's a big struggle for me. I don't want to take up space. I don't want to intrude. So that's always a challenge for me, even if people offer to help. And I think the last piece of it is I'm so disorganized with this project. It's really my first project, and I don't have a structure or plan of how I'm doing things. I'm constantly kind of shifting and changing, adding things, taking things away, and I don't want to ask someone to do a lot of work and then not use it. Especially if I'm not compensating them somehow. So those have been the big struggles for me as I work on this game. Yeah, so I think that's something I need to kind of overcome. Especially if I want to run a studio and employ a team, I have to be willing to accept help. And especially in these early stages where I'm trying to grow, this is the best way to get experience by inviting people in to assist. It forces me to create some structure. It forces me to be more intentional with the pieces of the project I'm asking for help on. So I guess that said, if this is something you're interested in helping out with, there are a lot of different things I definitely could use some help on. And those include how to present the project in a way that is appealing and is attractive. I think is a pretty compelling game. I think is a pretty good product. People seem to genuinely enjoy it. I think it's something unique it's not out there. So people who are willing to help share the project with the world and help me understand what that might look like, that'd be super valuable. Also, in my mind, it's busy work, but putting the assets together in such a way that they're easy to print, and maybe some of you guys are print experts. You know how to set things up for print, how to manually print them, how to cut, how to arrange them on a page so that they're easy to do this stuff. I don't know. I'm just kind of winging it. So even sharing knowledge and things of that nature, super valuable. Yeah. I think I'm used to being the guy that knows everything, so it might be a piece of it too, where I want to understand and figure out how everything works. And after a certain point, that's just not sustainable. You end up kind of wasting time trying to do everything yourself when there are people who are better at it, and especially when there are people who enjoy doing the things that you're trying to learn how to do. I guess I'll close with this. Usually on YouTube, when you say close with this, people leave. But I'll close with this. I want to show you guys a little bit of what I was able to work on today. And if this is your first time, I'll show you some of the upgraded cards. What you're seeing on screen here are kind of the older versions before we made these changes. So a few months, most of these cards are a few months old. So we'll jump over here. Oh, whoop. All right, so you may have seen this. This is our box cover, but what we're going to look at today is this. So this is a shot at our second cover, second set. Then we're gonna have a third set, which includes the more active characters. That's what I call them, the active set, or set homeroom 3A. So I haven't worked on that. I haven't finished it just yet, but we're gonna get there. In fact, if we go over here, these are the upgraded cards. So I kind of shared some of my favorite ones yesterday. I won't go into too much detail here. If you really want to see which ones I love the most, you can jump back to that older video. But here are the upgraded cards. You see the characters in the top left here are the class reps. And hopefully we'll have these cards sometime soon. I can kind of show you what that means in a not so distant future. And this is our third set. And we'll be making a cover for these class reps here, which are some of my favorite cards for sure. All right, y'all. You know what's next. Do the YouTube stuff for me. I truly appreciate it. And as always, guys, God bless. Be safe. And I will see you tomorrow.